Hey guys, it's Roy from Geeks Adventures. Woohoo! I'm doing a toy review, kind of a retro review actually. Because right now there are those you looking at this going, hey, wait a minute, that's like a Megazord from a long, kind of not long, yeah, actually it's kind of a long time ago. Yes, this is the Gosei Megazord from Power Rangers Megaforce. Um, Background. So when that first came out, the toys are showing up in the in big box stores, and it looked kind of cool. I like I love the very iconic look it has because I mean, you got the whole kind of Voltron esque, so the Voltron thing going with you know animals on the feet, animals on the arms. But I loved especially the fact that you've got the giant honking dragon head on the chest. And it looked really kind of cool, yada, yada, yada. So, kept thinking, oh, it would be kind of cool to have one of these days, blah, 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 blah. Days passed on to weeks, kept seeing it on the shelf. Weeks turned into months, and eventually turned into, oh, new cycle of Power Rangers. Oh. The toys aren't available in a big box store anymore. Oops. So flash forward some more and, picking stuff up here and there, off and on, over the years, and then realizing, you know what, it does look really cool. I think I do want to get my hands on one of those. And over time, looking at reviews online and this, that, and the other thing, learning that there's how many versions of this thing? Well, not that many. There is the American version that showed up here, which is a little bit smaller than this, a little bit less detailed, and the Japanese version, which is what this is. And you go poking around on the internet on e-tailers, you realize, how much is the Japanese version? Import tariffs, yada, yada, yada. Ow. So I was on a quest to try and find a version of it, and by dumb luck, I ended up finding someone on eBay, and I made a purchase on it, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get a version. Probably, maybe it might be the American version, and we'll go into details what the big deal is about that. Well, it turns out when I got it, I didn't get the American version. I got the Japanese version. Now, what's the big deal? The Japanese version it's larger from what I've seen. The other big thing though is that is the craftsmanship, frankly. But let's go into the toy first. This is it. This is the Gosei Megazord in its merged form. Of course, giant honking robot, 5 pieces. So let me show you what the sections look like. Let's see, so there are 5 pieces. The feet section. Yellow saber-tooth tiger. Which, of course, because it's a Megazord Gestalt merging robot, different functions. So this one is a giant tank. See, tanks. The other part of the leg section is a snake or train. Well, it's meant to be a snake, but it's also a train. See, train. One of the limbs is a blue shark. Dun 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 dun. Okay, it's an old joke, but come on, it's there. Let's see. The other limb is a phoenix flying bird that is also a little jet plane. Oh, and submarine. So insert assorted jokes about Hunt for Red October here, and no, I'm not gonna do an impersonation of Admiral Ramius. All right, see, Admiral or Captain? I forget. I was almost gonna do it, and I lost the voice. Dang it. And bird. Bird. And the central part is a giant dragon. And in typical Megazord fashion, very simple to assemble and disassemble. On the other hand, in typical Megazords fashion, that also means that it's kind of a giant brick when it's merged. The arms rotate, I mean, you have no leg movement, all right. Unless Bandai wants to do another solo Chogokin. Ooh, actually, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Soul Chogokin version of this thing. Oh, that'd be so cool. All this articulation. I'm sorry, that's a big tangent. Anyway, so now you're still wondering, well, the American version does the same dang thing. What are you talking about? Couple things, actually. One of the big things is sense of detail. The Japanese version, okay. This is a train. You see the little green things here? Those are the windows on the train. And you're going, so, okay. Most of the time it doesn't matter. Me being anal retentive toy person that I am, it's nice to have that kind of detail. It's really nice to have that. Oh, and actually the other thing too is see how it's normal leg form? It stretches out a little bit. So, see, it's like a snake. Get it? Snake. And you get more of the little train windows here. Like I said, I mean, does it affect the playability? No, but it makes a big deal in terms of the appearance of the piece. I know a lot of you are going, dude, really? Hey, like I said, anal retentive toy person. Oh, and actually the other big difference is Japanese versions do this. They have working jaws. As far as the detail overall in the figures, now unfortunately some of you don't notice. Like from what I understand, the tiger is about the same, but again, working jaws. Speaking of jaws, get it? Shark jaw. I'm sorry, I'm beating the joke to death, but it's there. Working jaws. Also, another thing you get in terms of added detail. When this thing is in arm, turns into the Gosei Megazord's arm, the tail splits open, so it folds down like that. And you get a little more, oops. See, there's a little more detail here. You don't get this little extra gold little bit here. Also for the plane, for the little Jet Phoenix, you don't get the gold trim, and also you don't get this little bit here. Oh, beak. And the other big thing, and actually this is a feature that I really like in the Japanese version. You know how you always got those weapons? You merge into the giant robot thing and these weapons start kind of flying all over the place, magically appearing. You know how in original Power Rangers the Power Sword comes out like an act of a god, or or like I was joking in one of my other reviews, Tony Stark's making a deal with Zordon going, yes, you can use Veronica to drop your weapons. It's going to cost you. Right? I'll give you a discount. You're one of the good guys, but come on. Got to pay for maintenance. So, you always got that issue going on. Well, Bandai's Japanese version of the figure, oops, there we go, found a nice, very cool, elegant solution to that. So, you got your giant robot kicking ass. Rah! Well, actually, no. The monster's over here going rah! And you got Megas are going ah! Bump, bump, bump. So the giant clubby weapon thing is part of the tail, part of the neck of the dragon. So what happens to this? Plugs in the back. So it's all looking like Conan or Blade with the giant honking sword on the back. It's really cool. cool. That is really freaking cool. I got lucky. It's a beautiful piece of work. I got it for a obnoxiously good price considering this is the Japanese import. This is one of those things. It's your call for some. If you're just looking for something that is the Gosei Megazord, the American product, from what I understand, is fine. Holds does all the merging, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. I guess the wings do the wings on the dragon fold this way like an F-14 Tomcat, which is also very cool. I personally, this is a beautiful piece. The sense of detail. Also, it's a little bit bigger and heftier, and I love this. This is a nice. It's one of those neat, elegant touches that you see in Japanese figures. Like if you pick up a lot of the Solo Chogokin pieces, yes, you're spending a ton of money, so they better throw in bells and whistles. But you don't just get a stand; you get a stand that holds all the accessories, stuff like that. And this is another example. They could have just been like, whatever. No, they made it so that, hey, this thing attaches. That's pretty cool. So there you go. This is the Japanese import version of the Gosei Megazord from at least in the American title, Power Rangers Megaforce. If you get a chance to snag one of these, I would. I love this thing. It's been sitting on my coffee table for a while. Yeah, it's been sitting on my coffee table for a while. It's kind of precious. Alrighty. Anyway, so there you go. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all take care of yourselves. And as always, may the force be with you. May the odds forever be in your favor. And as always, always, be good to each other, right? Peace, peeps. Bye-bye.